Hey Steelers fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into our Pittsburgh Steelers news and review video here on a Thursday, and we jump on the air really just a couple of hours after Big Ben's press conference, which I'm sure if you have Twitter have seen the contents of it. We hinted about this yesterday. It was a great video on our channel talking about could this be Big Ben's last game on Monday night at Heinz Field? And it now seems to be officially yes. We begin with the news out of Pittsburgh this morning that Big Ben, of course, at his press conference on Thursday this morning, hinted that Monday Night Football could be his last game. Now, he didn't officially say, he didn't say, this will be my last game, but as we'll show you the quote, it does seem like he's officially announcing this is going to be his final ride. Obviously, big matchup just without Big Ben having this whole, potentially last game on Monday night. You got to beat Cleveland to stay alive in the postseason. You're playing Cleveland as well. Like, it kind of all sets up beautifully for Big Ben's final game at Pittsburgh, where, you have all the hype there on Monday Night Football leading into the game. The focus stays on him during the game, and if they win after the game, maybe a little tribute post fourth quarter could be really fun up there at Heinz Field. Again, it's not a surprise because we expected Big Ben to retire at the end of the year, but he never officially said that it was going to happen. This is as close as we have gotten today in this Thursday press conference. So here's what he said. We'll just throw it up on the screen right now. Quote, all signs are pointing this is it. In the grand scheme of things, the signs are pointing that way, that this will be it, end quote. And that was it. They didn't really push him anymore in his Thursday press conference. And so not really, again, it wasn't him officially saying it, but all signs are pointing to, and so we can kind of put, two and two together. We're kind of smart here as Steelers fans and understand that this is 100% going to go ahead and happen. Now, Mike Nicastro has a tweet that kind of further shows what's happening here in Pittsburgh. We'll throw that up on the screen right now. Quote, reports swirling that Big Ben asked plenty of former players and more close family to be in attendance Monday night for what will be his last home game. This would confirm what we basically already know. This is it for 7. And so I'm sure you're going to see some flashes into the crowd or into the box or on the sideline of former players. Troy Polamalu could be on the sideline. I don't know exactly who he's asked, but you expect Heinz Ward to probably be there. All the great Steelers of the past 15 years, 16 years, Big Ben has been there. Really almost 20 years Big Ben has been there. A lot of them are going to be in Heinz Field at Pittsburgh on Monday night. And again, what can be a beautiful atmosphere overall. Now, again, this is not a surprise. And so I enter Monday night doing what we all should do, and that is enjoy what was inevitable. Like, we knew this would be the final game. I think this is the right way to do it, though. I think Big Ben has earned the right to basically have, a going-away party at Heinz Field, and it would have almost felt kind of a bummer if he didn't officially announce it, and then he plays his final game, and then he announces it, and it's like, oh man, that was the final game. Wish I could have enjoyed it. Now we can sit down on Monday night, watch the entire pregame. I'm sure ESPN will do a great job giving us all the hype and all the usual stuff that you would want in a pregame, goodbye to Big Ben. You watch the game, the Steelers win, or really they lose, too. They'll do a tribute, I'm sure, on the Jumbotron. It's just going to be a really great game overall for Heinz Field. A lot of 7s in the crowd in terms of jerseys, and so enjoy what was inevitable, enjoy his final home game, and then hopefully they win it to keep their playoff hopes alive. That way, they can potentially, extend his life in the National Football League by 1 or 2 more weeks going into the postseason. Quick ad break here. Pin comment down below. This is a really good question. What's your favorite Big Ben memory? Think about this. Your favorite Big Ben memory. There are a ton. Instantly, Santonio Holmes back at the end zone against Kurt Warner of the Cardinals. I was watching the highlights of that yesterday. It pops right into my mind. Just so many. The fact that he got the name Big Ben because of how elusive he was in the pocket, how hard he was to bring down, how strong he was in the pocket. I mean, the guy was an absolute monster at quarterback. I know there's the decline, and obviously it happens to every great quarterback. Peyton Manning was, shelved himself in his final year, but I'm very curious your favorite Big Ben memory. Let me know down below right now. Now, obviously, with Big Ben potentially going to retire, and most likely going to retire, the questions will whirl now between, of course, now in the offseason, who's going to replace him? Like, what's going to be the actual option for the Steelers at quarterback? And there are kind of 5 big names, I think, that can be thrown around that we can start the conversation with here today. And we'll do more videos on this as the, offseason progresses here. But the big names are as follows. First is Russell Wilson. Obviously, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks are seemingly headed to a split. They will at least fire Pete Carroll. The question is, will they fire Pete Carroll and trade away Russell Wilson? They need cap space. They need draft picks. They don't have a lot of draft picks after all the issues they had with Jamal Adams. I mean, it feels like Russell Wilson could be on the out and up, and could the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have draft capital and have, money or a decent amount, go ahead and bring in a veteran like Wilson. It wouldn't be a bad idea, in my opinion. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers has sparked those rumors coming over to Pittsburgh as a free agent. The Mike Tomlin pairing. He likes Mike Tomlin. That was on the Pat McAfee show, a couple of weeks ago. I think that's a very possible landing spot to really keep the Pittsburgh Steelers afloat float. Like, talk about a plug-and-play winning scenario is to get Aaron Rodgers, and then you go from being dominant with Big Ben for many, many years to being dominant with Aaron Rodgers for the next 4 or 5. That would be absolutely fantastic. Matt Ryan's name's been thrown around a little bit. Talked about that the other day here on the channel. I don't know if I would trade for Matt Ryan if I was the Steelers, with the age being a factor, but if you wanted, again, plug and play, and you feel like the Steelers are, still very much in contention with the roster that they have, then Matt Ryan could make a lot of sense trading him over from Atlanta. You have a secret draft a quarterback. That seems like a very likely scenario. Kenny Pickett there in the early teens, depending on what happens, how high the Steelers draft pick is. Malik Willis out of Liberty, Carson Strong out of Nevada. Like, there are a lot of options right now. Matt Corral, Ole Miss. They play Baylor on Saturday night. If you want to watch Ole Miss play in a bowl game, like, a lot of options there in terms of drafting a quarterback. And finally, probably the least popular option, but one that is, alive and well, is the internal option. Mason Rudolph or Dwayne Haskins. Both quarterbacks have had different times filling in, whether preseason or starting. I don't know if we really want Mason Rudolph to be the future at quarterback. I'd rather, Mason for a year if you draft a quarterback, but I'd rather get one of the guys I talked about above there on the list. But those are the, to me, most likely 5 that you could be seeing here as the quarterback in 2022. Out of the 5, or maybe somebody else, who do you guys think will be the Steelers starting quarterback in 2022? Let me know down below right now in the comment section. I'm going to bet it's a veteran. That would be my little hint, but I'll give the floor to you guys down below right now. Now, before we go and get into our final story of the day, a great chance to pick up a Big Ben Roethlisberger jersey right now. You get that, or a TJ Watt jersey to remember his last game, of course. And obviously, we know that Big Ben, like we talked about earlier, is going to be retiring at the end of the year. But a Big Ben Steelers jersey is one you can wear for the rest of your life. I mean, he's going to go down as one of the greatest Steelers of all time, a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Pick up his jersey right now. Link down below, chatsports.com/Steelers jersey. Link will be in the bio and the comments. You can also get a TJ Watt jersey to remember his insane Defensive Player of the Year caliber year he's having right now. I mean, he's got to be a top 3 candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. The sacks, comeback Player of the Year for sure. I mean, goodness gracious, he's been fantastic. A lot of Steelers jerseys right now. Link down below me and obviously in the description and bio, chatsports.com/Steelers jersey. Final story of the day that will get overshadowed because of the Big Ben news, but one you should know is that Joe Haden seemingly is planning on this being his final home game as a Steeler as well. So not just only Big Ben, but Joe Haden. It will be, of course, masked by Big Ben announcing this news. But Joe Haden at 32, he's been in the league for 10 years. He's going to be a free agent. The Steelers probably are not going to go ahead and re-sign him. And Haden spoke to the media about that the other day. Quote, Joe Haden said this about his last game. Knowing at the end of the day that I'm going to be a free agent after the year, I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to say, like Coach T says, singularly focused. Goodness. We're not mathematically eliminated. We still kind of control our own destiny. So what we can do and control and win these last 2 games, and hopefully we can get into the playoffs. That's my biggest goal. Just trying to end it the right way, try to finish the season and finish strong, end quote. That was Joe Haden, of course, likely probably moving on from Pittsburgh at the end of this year. Obviously, he's right. If you win out, you have a real chance to go and make the postseason, as you see the playoff picture on your screen right now. If you lose to Cleveland, you're basically eliminated, right? That tie is going to help a little bit, but you need to win. You need a little bit of help. You need teams like Baltimore. You need teams like the Chargers on your screen right there. Obviously, teams that are kind of close to the 7th seed to lose to go ahead and help out the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the odds of it happening are slim right now. Just focus on winning, and Joe Haden is doing just that. It's going to be an emotional Monday night. Let's just say what it is. It's going to be an emotional Monday night for everybody involved, especially the Big Ben announcing probably a retirement. Drop a thumbs up right now if you guys are going to be emotional on Monday night. If you're going to watch the whole game, maybe get a little teary-eyed, just remembering the good times, the bad times, everything in between with Big Ben. Give this video a thumbs up for that. Ultimate for today on our Pittsburgh Steelers news and rumor video. Again, want to jump on here and give you guys the latest on Big Ben. Make sure you guys are subscribed, because that's what we do here on the channel. If there's something happens, we cover it. We give you guys a nice, short, condensed 8 to 10 minute video. That way you can get in, get out, and move on with the rest of your day here again for our Steelers coverage. I am Thomas Mott. We are out of time. Signing off. To the rest of your day.